Today we are going to start a new chapter, that is aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acids. You have already studied little bit about the functional group of these compounds. So let us just revise once more here. For aldehydes, the functional group is C double bond OH. And this is the alkyl group. It can be CH3, it can be C2H5. So it depends on what is the number of carbons that is present. Similarly, this is the ketone where the carbon is attached with oxygen with double bond, and in both sides you will get the alkyl chains. So the both alkyl chains may be same or it may be different. That is why it is designated as another alkyl group designation, that is R dash. The third one is the carboxylic acid, and it is the functional group is C double bond OH. So this is the functional group and this is the alkyl group. So these are the functional groups of aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acids respectively. Now we also know that for aldehydes, when we name an aldehyde, that compound ends with Al. Okay, so for example, if you see here, this compound is HCHO. This H is R, then CHO is the functional group. So this is an aldehyde and it is methanal. So the ending is Al. So aldehydes are the name of the aldehydes end with Al for the common names. Next, for CH3CHO, which is acetaldehyde, the common name is ethanal. So Al is the suffix used in the name of the aldehydes. Next, for ketones, we will use ONE. For example, pentanone. And if we go for the cyclic compounds, you see here acetophenone. ONE is the ending here, is the suffix used in the name for ketones. Benzophenone. This is acetone. So all these are ketones. Next, carboxylic acid. It is like benzoic acid, pentanoic acid, hexanoic acid. So the ending is OIC, oic. Okay, so this thing you have to remember here, that aldehydes, the common name end with Al, the suffix is Al. Ketones, ONE. For carboxylic acid, it is the OIC, oic. When we talk about aldehydes and ketones, we should know that these are flavor delivering substances that are used in like some medicines, in pharmaceutical science, and then for producing perfumes. So these are some flavored substances and they are well known for that. Now we will move on to the preparation of aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acid. First we will talk about aldehydes. If you see here, I have written here unit 11 so that you know that we have already studied some of the preparations, some of the lab preparations of aldehydes using alcohols, phenols and ethers. So here we are not going to repeat those things. You can search for that, like for reactions of alcohols you will get the preparation of aldehydes. For reactions of phenols and ethers also the same thing, you will get preparation of aldehydes. But here we are going to talk about some name reactions. The first one is the Rosenmund reaction. Here for that we will take the reactant an acid chloride, and the specific name, the name of the acid chloride here is the benzoyl chloride. This is the benzene ring and C double bond O. Okay, and in place of OH, if there was OH, this should be an acid like benzoic acid, but one Cl has replaced the OH, so this becomes an acid chloride. The OH, like in acid, is replaced by Cl, so the name of this compound is benzoyl chloride. When benzoyl chloride is passed through hydrogen gas in presence of palladium on barium sulfate, so these are the catalysts used in the reaction. So this will yield us a benzaldehyde. So this Cl is again replaced by hydrogen, so C double bond OH. First of all, from the benzoic acid, OH is replaced by Cl. There is a preparation method for producing benzoyl chloride from benzoic acid, but we can directly take benzoyl chloride. Then after using certain conditions, we will get benzaldehyde, in which the hydrogen that we have used as a reagent is replacing the Cl. So we will get benzaldehyde. This is the first preparation, and you have to name you have to remember the name of these name reactions, because they usually comes in the examinations. The next reaction is the Stephen reaction, and here we are going to take a nitrile. So the carbon is attached with nitrogen by triple bond C, triple bond N. The one bond left is binded with the alkyl group, and this nitrile is treated with tin chloride and hydrochloric acid. What you will get? An imide. So one hydrogen will be bonded with carbon, another hydrogen will be bonded with nitrogen. So one bond both has got. Now only two bond is left between carbon and nitrogen. So this is the imide structure. So initially, when there was no hydrogen with carbon and nitrogen, so they will require one extra bond, and that bond was present as as a bond between carbon and nitrogen. But now we have atoms, extra atoms. So those atoms will go with carbon and one with nitrogen. So you can remove one bond now. When we remove a bond from two atoms, it means there is excess of atoms that we have already discussed in class 11. So now imide is hydrolyzed, or you can say treated with water, to give the respective aldehyde. So this R, which is the alkyl chain, is present intact as it was like before. Now this double bond NH, this NH is like replaced with O, right? C H double bond O. So C double bond O and C single bond H. So this is the aldehyde. In order to move to the next reaction, you have to remember one thing, that when we are preparing aldehyde from nitrile, the active site is C and other things got to be same, right? Whether it is double bond is present or any other group is present. But when we use nitrile and when we use any reagent or any catalyst, then only Cn is changed to CHO. Like for the previous one, you can see here the Cn is only converted to CHO, N is replaced with HO. So this thing, if you keep in mind, it becomes easier for you to remember in the examination, and you won't panic for like bigger reactions. Now this reaction is like so complicated, no, because of the reagent. But otherwise, what I have said, when we will use nitrile, it is RCN, what is replaced? Only N is replaced by double bond O and single bond H. So this is the replacement, and the name of the reagent that we have used is diisobutyl aluminum hydride. In short, you can write DIBAL, dibyl dash H. So I prefer using this name in the examination, so that you don't have to complicate it by writing the structure. Okay, don't complicate it by writing the structure. Use remember the name that it is diisobutyl aluminum hydride, and in short you can write dibyl H. After that, hydrolysis is done, and then Cn is converted to CHO. Alkyl group remains same. Similarly, if we take another example here, we don't have to look what is present in the alkyl chain, right? Even though double bond is there, we don't have to look for it, because this remains same. What is changed? N is changed to HO. So whatever we have got in the reactant is similar. The alkyl group is similar, only the N is changed to CHO. So this thing you have to keep in mind, and the reaction becomes easier like that. Always search for the active site where the reaction is taking place, rather than taking the whole reactant as a bigger molecule and then panicking. Next, esters are reduced to aldehyde. We have talked about esters. So this is the ester, C double bond O, and this is O single bond O, then this is R, right? So when we talk about ester, we will get R. This is the ester formula, basic formula. Here also we can use the dibyl H and then hydrolyze. What is changed? Only the ester site, means that part of the compound by which you know that this is ester. When we are talking about nitrile, when we say this compound is nitrile, which part of the compound designates that it is nitrile? Obviously the CN part, not the alkyl part, right? So here also this part, this C double bond O R dash, so this is the active site, or this is the site where the reaction is going to take place. That is why we are saying that from esters we can get aldehydes by reducing it. So again, this is a reducing agent, so this is used here. The alkyl part will remain same. This part is changing, C double bond OH. So you see, C double bond is required in aldehyde as you know, and what is left? H is left, right? C double bond H should be there, so this is replaced by H. So like that, if you remember, it becomes easier for us to remember the reactions.